these are paint samples. They were found in my desk. We had a drop desk in my house my whole life, and these are in the bottom drawer, and that's what they were. But what these were, at one time, all paint was white. You could not go to the store and say, "Give me red paint." You had to make red paint. So I don't know how old these are, but I suspect this company was established in 1840 something. So what happens is, you're gonna take this home or at the store, and you're gonna put this. Oh, I can't get it. You're gonna say this is your house. You got three sizes of house. You put this over here, and then you look to see what it would look like on your house. And then you would take another one until you found the color you wanted.
That is a pea soup green.
Yeah, but that's what this was. So you had,
yeah.
now, my father was at the end of the old school stuff. And after him, people would just go down to the store and buy paint. They got a color and everything. But when my father started out as a painter until the end, he would come to your house with his paintbrushes all in linseed oil soaking in a can that he designed especially for this. So the brushes could last 20 years. And he would take that brush out, clean out the linseed oil, and then he would show you the colors. And he would say, "What color do you want?" And you'd say, "Oh, I want the inside of my house to be, say, mint green." And he would make up a mint green out of this white lead paint. And he would put green in it, or whatever he had to. Mostly you had to put a whole lot of stuff in there to make green or red. Or you just didn't have a red one. You had all different colors. And he had a box of them, like toothpaste. And he would mix that in, and then he would show the lady what color it was. And he'd put it on a stick or something, and she could take it to her wall and hold it up, see what she wanted or anything. And then when she said, "This is the color I want," my father would decide that this house needs 4 gallons of paint, and he would mix the 4 gallons up, and then he would dilute them all with each other, so that the colors were the same in all 4. Otherwise, if you take a paint in the old days, and you painted this wall red and this wall red, they might not be the same red. Whereas this way, all of the paint was the same. Then you'd have the same color. Now, my father's father was a painter in, I guess, the early 20s and stuff. And he had a contract with someone who he would take a ladder, put it on a bicycle, and walk the bicycle from Red Bank to Lakewood to paint those big houses down there on Main Street, where all the rich people came down.
That's amazing.
In a train in the summertime. And he would leave the ladder there until he was done, and then he would take it home. But he would tie it up down there so nobody could steal it. But he would ride back the bicycle, and then he'd come back Monday and stay there all week. And that's how he supported his family.
Impressive.
And the ladders were wood.
Mm.
They weighed a ton.
Had to.
I have no idea how the man would ever do this. But he did, to provide for his family like that. And he used, I don't know if he used this is probably before him, because, I mean, I don't really have a date on here. I look for a date, but I don't see a date. But the name of this was the Eagle Pitcher Lead Company was the name of it. And they had offices in Chicago, Cincinnati, New York, and Philadelphia. So, I mean, somebody used these. These were given out probably as, you know, if you had a lady that you knew you could hire, you let her take this stuff home. But I didn't know about this until I never saw this when I was a kid growing up. I saw this like when I'm 45 years old.
It's impressive.
So what's this? Oh, this is that.
It is very cool.
But it's very cool that you can change this to the house color that you want. I mean,
I like that they gave 3 different house shapes. Yeah. Some of these colors are bold.
see, that's quite a color.
It is quite a color. once you see it on the house.
Anyway, that's about it. My father was a painter his whole life. When he come out of when he was young, he caught muskrats in the river up by their house for money, so he could afford a car in high school. When we got older, he started delivering the long-range daily record in his sidecar of his motorcycle to all the back stores in Monmouth County and Ocean County. And then he had an accident, and he fell off the bike, and he got married, or was getting married, or got married, and they used to wear these big coats and these big leather gloves with fringe and everything. And the car came up and put the brakes across the fringe. So the fringe was all black from the brakes.
Oh my goodness.
My mother made him get a job, which would be safer. So my uncle employed him to be one of them guys in that little bosun's chair, painting all of the water towers in around the county.
Huh.
About 150 feet in the air on a piece of rope.
How safe.
When we blow, my father would go like this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was a safer job.
job.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, that's about it.
All right.